All right. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to the Atlanta News First Plus desk. We always love having you here on the weekends, and we are back again. We touched base with you guys yesterday, and here we are. So we have a lot of things cooking up today. It is a busy day for us. We have a lot of stories that we have our reporters already working on out in the field, and we're going to dive into it to bring you that first look that we have so far. So I want to start right now with a story that we were talking about in our editorial meeting, and this is something that will likely carry over into tomorrow. No air conditioning is available at the Fulton County Jail right now, and right now we're told that they are not accepting any new inmates because of the power outage that they experienced. Now, this was a result of the storms that we saw on Friday, and the sheriff, Patrick Labat, did release a statement. The sheriff's office says 3 inmates experienced a medical issue during the initial outage, but emergency response crews are using a portable chiller truck to cool parts of the building. Still, Sheriff Labat released that statement that I was telling you about, saying in part that they are operating under incredibly difficult circumstances right now, which are creating uncomfortable conditions for inmates and staff. He went on to say officials have mounted an incredible response to keep everyone safe, and he hopes power will be safely restored, including air conditioning soon. Now, you know that there has been, if you've been following this developing story, you know that there has been a number of issues that have come out of the Fulton County Jail. We know that the sheriff has been advocating for more funding so that they can fix the issues that have been going on. So we do have our Atlanta News First reporter, Yasmin Alston, at the jail right now. We did speak with an inmate earlier today that was leaving the jail who talked about some of the conditions inside. He talked about how inmates were allegedly having trouble breathing inside due to the heat. So we're going to let you hear from that inmate later on in our newscast at 6:30 today. So make sure that you tune in for that. But this is going to be something that we are keeping a very close eye on because of the warm temperatures that we are going to be experiencing this week. All right, so now I want to move on and talk about, this is something that we are still working on getting some video for, but there is a SWAT standoff right now underway in southwest Atlanta. That's where we are told that there is a suspect inside of a home that is armed, and SWAT teams and police officers are doing their best to negotiate with that person to get them to come out and surrender. We were also told that 2 children walked out with an adult safely, and no injuries have been reported. Now, we did also have our photojournalist on the ground, Porfirio. He was out there and he was talking with an adult who came out of the home. That adult told him that the suspect inside had fired a weapon earlier this week, and that person left because of safety concerns and then returned to the home. And again, today, investigators say that more shots were fired. So we are working on getting some video from that developing scene right now. And if we learn anything more, we'll make sure to share it with you. But that's an ongoing situation out there in southwest Atlanta with SWAT teams. All right, now we're going to move on to a story that just grabbed my heart today. This one was hard for me just because I work so closely with law enforcement officials, and this one really stung. And I can imagine that the Alpharetta Police Department is really dealing with this right now. So the Alpharetta Police Department suffering a major loss tonight after they lost one of their own. You're looking at right now Bradley Rocks, and the department confirmed that Master Police Officer Bradley Rocks died from an off-duty medical issue. I'm going to bring his picture up again just so you can take a good look at him. They were saying that he was known for his easygoing personality, his infectious smile, his love for his wife and his children. He leaves behind 2 kids. He served the department for over a decade. He's been there since 2006, and he's an Army veteran. So they said that this was, again, just an off-duty medical issue that happened, and he did pass away with his wife and family members by his side. So really tonight we're just remembering Master Police Officer Bradley Rocks, and prayers go out to the department in Alpharetta. We work so closely with officers, and anytime I see this, it just grabs my heart. So again, share prayers with his family tonight. Keep them with you. It's definitely going to be a tough time for them. This is the next story that I want to move on to because this also caught my attention because of the heat. This is happening right now in Gwinnett. Gwinnett County police officers are asking for your help locating a man who they say left a elderly assisted living home and hasn't been seen since Friday at 2 p.m. This is 84-year-old Donald Hively. I'm going to make sure I leave his picture up here for you guys. They say that he was last seen again outside of the Village Park Assisted Living Facility located on Spalding Drive in unincorporated Peachtree Corners, wearing a red, white, and blue plaid shirt and blue jeans. They say he does not have a cell phone on him. They say they have used canine units on the ground to try to locate him, as well as their aviation unit, and have been unsuccessful. So, of course, if you have any information, make sure that you just contact the Gwinnett County Police officers as soon as possible, or just call 911, because anytime there's an elderly member of our community missing and it's extreme heat like this is something that becomes very concerning, and it's been a number of days. I mean, he hasn't been seen since Friday. So, again, if you have any information, just make sure that you contact police. So, again, thank you guys for tuning in to the Atlanta News First Plus desk. We love having you, and we are working on those stories right now and gathering some more information. The big story is really going to be the jail because, as you know, this has been something we've been talking about for months, and it's been a big problem here. So we are going to be keeping a close eye on that and expect to see something at 6:30. Hopefully we will have more insight into what's happening, and we'll see when it's going to be turned back on there, because there are several inmates inside that jail, as you know, and dealing with heat like that is just so uncomfortable. So again, thanks for joining us, and have a good Sunday. Have a good Sunday.